Hey guys, I don't really have anything this week. I haven't really made any progress on the car, obviously, and I haven't really made any progress on my forge either. But I wanted to get something posted, and the only progress that I have made is I do have a lot of the parts that have come in that I've ordered for the build on the Falcon, and I thought I'd kind of just show you what we got. Let's take a look here. All right, first thing, I got a rebuilt torque converter. The 289 that I have is, and I didn't. It wasn't a deal like I pulled an engine out of a car, engine and transmission out of a car. It was, I bought the engine, and I think the transmission was given to me, but anyways, I didn't have any way for it to talk to the engine to talk to the transmission, so I got a nice little remanufactured torque converter. It's a really clean little thing. There's several of these things I got off of eBay, and this is actually one of them. Real nearby the guys down in LA, so that was pretty nice. And yeah, it's brand new. One thing I might mention is when you get a torque converter, make sure it fits. Just recently, my wife's uncle did the same build that we're doing right now with the 289 and a C4, and the input shaft on the transmission didn't actually fit. So when you put it in gear, it just grind and it wouldn't go anywhere. Kind of a timely mistake to make. One of the things I like to do when I rebuild an engine is I like to replace a lot of the ancillary type things. A lot of the stuff that it seems like as soon as you replace it, it goes bad. Got a new water pump. This is a cast iron one. With the backing plate and the whole thing. I wanted to get an aluminum one because that was the original that was on it, but you know, hey, it was hard enough just to find that. So, anyways. Another little thing that I got, these were actually on eBay too. This was, I got some roller tipped rockers. They seem to be pretty good. They were really cheap. It was one of those kind of hard to turn them down, but the originals, I don't know if, yeah, it doesn't really show up. And this one's actually not as bad as some of the others, but somebody had resurfaced them. But it literally looked like they were resurfaced with a grinder. So rather than just reuse them, I said, you know what, we'll get the little roller tips. That'll help minimize valve wear, and these guys will still fit under the factory valve covers. So we've used them on other little Windsor motor projects, just not this brand, but I mean they were on eBay. They were real cheap. Another little upgrade, an HEI distributor. Not real thrilled about the size of this monster. I mean, you know, the factory distributor is tiny compared to this, but it is real solid technology. They work really well. I have never used this particular brand. This is another generic thing that I found on eBay. It was cheap. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and we'll put the one that we'll just put a factory one back in it, and Pertronics or something like that. New set of plug wires. Nothing real special about these. They actually came with a distributor, so that was kind of cool. Hopefully they're pre-fit, and the guy in the description, he kind of had a photo of them actually fitting on a Ford. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Pre-fit usually, you know, there's usually one that's like way too long, or two of them that are way too long, and you end up with this weird little, you know, pre-fit seems to be kind of a vague term. Finally, I got this little beauty. This is the carb that I picked up. A little tip, when you're buying carburetors, if you're looking for a good deal on a Holley actually directly unloads their reman and warranted carburetors on eBay. Again, another eBay purchase. Got this guy about $100 under list. So This is, and I've used this carb before. I love this little guy. This is the 390 CFM 4-barrel. It's got the electric choke, vacuum secondaries. It's got the Ford kick down on it already, so that's kind of cool. So it'll all work with our setup when we're all done. But yeah, I have never actually used this carb on a V8. I actually used it on a little 170 straight 6 that I had built for another Falcon years and years ago. But so anyways, like I said, I've just been getting parts. I still have to get a cam and lifter kit, and I won't have any new content until next weekend probably. So anyways, I think next weekend is when we're actually going to start pulling the engine out. So other than the new parts, what we've got is it's Bakersfield. I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned where I live. I live in Bakersfield, California. It's the armpit of the San Joaquin Valley, and it's summertime. It's in the 90s here already. Kind of miserable, a little bit of a breeze. Earlier in the week, I put water back in my swimming pool and cleaned it all up. It was down over the winter for it had a pump filter issue, so I drained it, and it sat empty most of the winter. One other thing, new camera. It's actually a video camera as opposed to, I'd been shooting with my little Nikon, and it does little tiny videos. It doesn't do very big. This does actually HD. So you're seeing all of my pores and facial blemishes and everything else. So congratulations. So anyways, I got nothing else for you. So